Hey, what's up guys? Another day, another video. So today we're talking about what is the most important technique a martial artist should know. And I say martial artists as in most stand-up strikers, and then drilling down most karate guys. And the biggest thing for me is know how to sprawl. And that leads into takedown defense, not necessarily learning how to fight on the ground, but just prevent yourself from getting taken down. And you see this in the UFC a lot too. People are moving away from learning submissions on the ground and learning how to use the cage and how to prevent themselves from getting taken down. If you're new to this channel, I take karate forms, karate katas, and apply them to practical martial arts. So there are two forms that I look at for inspiration for sprawling, and that's Rohai and also Kusanku. What's important to me is moving the hip back when they're driving forward aggressively, redirecting energies to the angles so you're going side to side. And then also a lot of karate guys have a misconception of trying to strike your opponent when they're that close. You have to address the situation at hand, as my sensei always said. So you need to prevent the takedown and then go for your strike. You cannot strike midway through a takedown. You see it over and over again how people get taken down and dumped on their head when they try to strike like that. I would say don't be overconfident in your striking ability when someone can close the distance quickly and grab a hold of you. If you can prevent that from happening, keep your distance, then you'll be a lot safer and you'll have a more applicable karate style. All right, so I got a question about what if someone comes in for a tackle? A lot of karate guys, they think about striking to the back of the head and stuff like that, and I'll show you guys what can happen. So just think about our bodies. I talk about this a lot as concave or convex, which means it's doing this or doing that, right? If I do this too early, you think about like somebody tripping you and you're like, or a car hits your legs here and you topple over forward. So let's say, Gabe, can you lift me up here? Yeah, okay. So notice that I went up and over his shoulder because he was able to tackle through my legs, right? So if you think about someone does that and I immediately start doing this and trying to elbow, try to pick me up, I'm actually helping him because I'm lifting my center of gravity up trying to do this, right? The motion of me doing this makes me go up and over his shoulder. So it's like the exact opposite of what you want to do because you're gonna get picked up. So pick me up, right? So that means what's the thing that you need to do? You need to get yourself as low as possible and actually push your hip into him. So if he does that again, and the first thing I do, keep going, right, is meet him here. There's no way for him to scoop me up and do this to me. Because look, my hip is what's pushing into him first versus his shoulder fitting into this space. So first things first, if it's like an uncommitted double leg like that where he's just trying to tackle my hips, boom, I'm gonna meet him with my hip and then come off to the side, right? And get off of that center line. If it's like really committed and he's driving forward, same thing. I can meet him with my hip, or I just need to get my hip out of there and my feet way back. Because that's different than me trying to jump up and over. It's about me guiding his head down to the mat this way. So if he does that a little more, notice here my feet are moving a lot faster backwards than him driving forward to the point where it angles his body straight down. And from here I can come off to the side and throw your knee or throw your strike and stuff like that, or get out of there. And the faster he does that, the faster I need to get my legs out of there. So if he does it a little faster, right? So my legs completely disappear so that he can't suck them in and lift me up. So if I do it slowly, commit through and try to lift me onto your shoulder. Yeah. So he's able to scoop underneath me, like that J stroke I was talking about earlier, because I'm assisting him in doing that. So you guys want to think, even if I try to strike as he comes in, so tackle in, strike, strike, strike. Yeah. Notice how your body naturally does this when you throw the strike. No one's striking like that, right? It's not mechanically sound. If I'm trying to block something coming forward, my hips go forward, boom, and then I can strike. But if I try to strike him coming in, look, my body naturally creates space for him to fit. So this is like a huge mistake in the karate world because they're thinking, oh, he tries to tackle me, I'm gonna do this, right? You could do that after you stop that forward momentum, right? So he does this, I block it first with my hip and then create space and go down. But again, if I do it without doing that, right, he's gonna come up and over the top, or down and up. So keep that in mind. I think sprawl, being the ability to sprawl, and that leads into takedown defense for a karate guy, it's probably more important than learning how to fight on the ground, right? Because if you're relying on your footwork to be agile, you're relying on your distance strikes and stuff like that, if they close the distance and immediately take you down, all your tools and all your weapons are gone. So at the very least, just learn how to negate the double leg or that forward energy and then get back to your distance. So we can turn that into a drill. Sorry, I'm gonna continue talking. We're gonna strike and stuff like that. And all you're gonna do is try to go for the tackle every now and then. I'm just gonna sprawl my hips into you, create space, and go back, right? So this is like a typical karate guy fighting from a distance. Boom, he comes in, creates space. Back to karate guy, hip bump, boom. So these are all like reaction-based skills that you just have to incorporate at the bare minimum into your striking art. Because again, keep going. If I do this, yeah, it's over. Right. Cool.
I'm not trying to tackle Michael.
Honestly, this is all just like basic wrestling too, so I'll probably get heat for karate has no sprawls.